Aldous Filson Mysteries. The Case of the Shrew in the Fog. Filson sniffed contemptuously. The problem with you chaps at Scotland Yard is you wouldn't know how to catch a murderer if you wrote his name in blood on your desk. It's like I always say, a frail heart never caught a fair break, he said. Filson was the smartest man in the whole Europe. He was dismissive of lesser men, but also kindly and courteous. He and I had by this point lived together as best friends in our bachelor apartments overlooking Westminster for many happy months. I knew his imperious ways by this point. I laughed uproariously. "You're a funny one, no mistake, Mr. Filson," said Bender, somewhat put out by the more educated man's ways. "Why, Mrs. Bender says that to me. Yes, she does. She says that he's a funny one, that Mr. Filson. But then, she's a funny one too." The fog rolled down the streets of the magnificent capital city particularly thickly that night, like some thick fog rolled in a thick fashion. Filson cocked an eyebrow coquishly. "Well, Bender, I've done all that I can. I suppose it's true what they say, you can knead Mohammed to water, but you cannot make him a mountain." I ejaculated uproariously. I knew Filson's ways when he spoke in riddles like this. It only meant one thing. The riddle was, for him, over. Soon he would be lethargic and bored, consuming morphine and consorting with all types of people in a bid to quell his lethargy. But now, with the scent of blood and victory in his nostrils in the foggy capital city, he snorted provocatively. "I'd wager, Bender, I'd wager that in less than 8 seconds, the man you want will walk through that door." "Impossible, Filson," declared Bender. But I knew, when it came to my special friend, the impossible was commonplace. Slowly, Filson counted to 8, and then we heard a knock at the door, and in walked a tiny old lady. "Come in, dear," said Filson kindly, and then, in an instant, like a cat moving in a cat-like way, he locked the door and pulled out his revolver. "Gentlemen, this old Shrew is the most dangerous man in all of England. Gentlemen, this woman is Sir Angus Malcontent." In a trice, the most remarkable thing happened. The old Shrew transformed into the most dangerous man in England, right in front of my eyes. I gasped. The expert swordsman, duelist and tiger hunter, the most immoral man in the entire kingdom, was here in front of my eyes and ready to kill. Filson was on him in a flash, like a flashing cat, but like a caged animal in a corner, Sir Angus fought back. I thought about joining in, but it was simply too thrilling to watch the two best men in all of England go at it. Hammer and tongs, the bravest, truest and most intelligent, fighting the most dangerous, falsest and most cunning. Sir Angus wielded a mighty weapon, but no matter how big a man's weapon, if I knew my confrere, Aldous Filson could handle it. He grabbed and parried and parried and grabbed. "My lord!" I ejaculated. "This is too much!" And it was. Filson tied Sir Angus literally into knots, using his own arms. I bet you didn't know, Bender, that I studied the ancient Indian art of Jumanji. That is, tying an opponent into knots, using yoga. "Incredible!" I ejaculated again, but it was all in a day's work for Aldous Filson. London slept extra sweetly that night. The end.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God! You stop right now. Stop! Or you're dead! Nothing for you. What are you doing? Cut me loose. Look, I ain't gonna say nothing. I wasn't even here, right?
Okay, I'll catch you later then. You like this author, don't you? I found this.
Yes, indeed. And I haven't read this one. Thank you, Arthur.
Oh, bad time for hiccups.